Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today is another Dear Debbie letter that I am going to address. And this one is right up my alley. It says, Dear Debbie, how can I know if law of attraction is working for me? Well, that's easy. It's always working. The question is it working for you or against you? The short answer to this question is this. Look around your life and tell me, are you satisfied with what's going on in your life? Are you satisfied with your relationships? If you are, then law of attraction is working for you in that department. Are you satisfied with your financial status? Is it working? If so, then law of attraction is working for you. It's really just that easy to see if it's working for you or against you. Now, it's always working. You can't not manifest. I remember a client I worked with a while back. She seemed like a pretty in tune lady. Well, she was in tune. She said she understood law of attraction, and I just left it at that. Her understanding of it was clearly different than my understanding of it. And one of the topics we were working on with her in her sessions was this relationship that she was in. She was not a happy camper, let me tell you. And she said to me with absolute conviction, I know I did not manifest this relationship. I would never manifest anything like this. Well, I didn't lecture her. I didn't point out to her that I saw things a little different, but I will point it out to you. You can't not manifest. She did manifest that relationship. It clearly wasn't what her conscious mind would have wanted, but her subconscious mind is running this show. So let me just give you a quick reminder about how law of attraction works. We send out a vibrational frequency. And just like a radio signal, that frequency has information on it. That information is dictated by us. Okay, the frequency goes out and it finds a frequency that resonates with it. Remember resonating? Guitar on this room, on this wall, guitar on this wall. You pluck a note and the vibration goes across, and this string that's not playing anything, it resonates and it starts playing the same thing, and they resonate with each other. They're on the same vibe. We send out a vibe, a matching frequency that resonates with it comes back to us. But here's the thing. Conscious mind wants a lovely, functional, delightful relationship, but it's only sending out 1 to 5% of the totality of this frequency. So the subconscious mind is what's running the show. And her subconscious mind had a history of unhappy relationships, history of abuse, of mistrust, betrayal, rejection, abandonment, pain, and doom and gloom. And so 90 to 95% of that frequency in regard to relationships from this woman was going out, was actually resonating with and bringing back to her something very different than her conscious mind wanted. So this is why I say you can't not manifest. We're always manifesting. The secret and the good news is that you can take control over the frequency you're sending out by getting the subconscious frequency in alignment to the conscious frequency. So they're both sending out the same information on that frequency. Now, how do you do that? If you've been watching my channel long enough, you know the answer to that. It's through self-hypnosis. It is through self-hypnosis that basically we brainwash ourselves. I remember a client one time after her hypnosis session, she was in the recliner next to me and she sat up and she looked at me and she goes, that was nothing but brainwashing. And she was kind of pissed at me. And I said, well, actually, you're right. If it was totally brainwashing, only you're the one who told me what you wanted to look like after the brainwashing was complete. That's sort of what we do in hypnosis. We brainwash the subconscious mind. Maybe a better phrase to use would be reprogram it, rewire it. And remember, wiring means we change the neural pathways. When we think of rewiring the brain, that's what we're talking about. The wires, neural pathways, okay? We need new ones in there because the old ones aren't good. Think about a house. If you had an old house with old wiring, it's only going to be able to accommodate whatever was necessary at the time that house was wired. Well, if you're as old as me, you need to update that wiring because I need to accommodate a lot of things that this old brain was not wired for at the time it was created. But we can update. We can just let you update the wiring in your house. And now you can have, these little fuse things, and you can have all kinds of electronics plugged in, and you have a different experience because you have rewired your house. It's the same thing with your brain. So back to the question, Dear Debbie, how do I know if law of attraction is working for me? It's always working, like law of gravity. Even if you don't believe it, it's still working. If it's working for you, then you are happy with whatever you're looking at. And it might be working for you here, and it might not be working for you there. And it's different areas of our life. Your life experience, financially, romantically, health-wise, in your community, your career, all those categories, all of that, the level of satisfaction you have in any of those areas is a reflection of the information your subconscious mind is emitting. Okay? If you feel good about those areas of your life, then your subconscious mind and your conscious mind they're singing the same song. If you're not, you need to change that. And you can do that with self-hypnosis. But the first thing I want to tell you, I'm going to just tell you one more thing. I have a whole video, it's a 2-part video on how to do self-hypnosis to make the law of attraction work. And yes, they are a little bit long, but this is a process. You've got to learn to do this. This is not a magic wand where you just go, oh, I understand. And then, like magic, everything falls into place. No, you have to actually take action and be proactive in making law of attraction work for you. But here's something really important. If you see something going on in your life that you want to make better, you probably will, because that's what we're here to do, right? Grow and learn and expand and evolve and all of that. When you see something going on in your life that you want to make better, remember, number one, the reason it is the way it is because you have that information in your subconscious mind that you are sending out. If you demonize that situation, let's say you don't have enough money. And if you demonize that idea and you make that a problem and you curse that subconscious mind for this negative programming, guess what? You are sending that information out into the cosmos. Don't do that. No. First step in my self-hypnosis process is to look at what's going on and say, where's the value in that? Where is the value in this unwanted thing? So if you have all this negative programming around money, I want you to stop and look at the value in that. There is value in everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're an axe murderer. You're getting something out of it. Where is the value in that poverty consciousness? Has it made you more compassionate toward other people that are also financially struggling? Has it made you more aware of prioritizing things that you spend money on? What has it done for you? It's going to be different for all of us. But if you can look at the value that your current programming has given you, and then you can tell your subconscious mind, thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And I'm going to take this negative programming now, and I'm going to thank it, I'm going to bless it, and I'm going to send it on its way. You do so with a positive vibration of gratitude and appreciation as you now bring in the new focus on what you want to reprogram into that subconscious mind. Can you see that? Can you see the importance of not demonizing the unwanted programming? If you have something going on in any aspect of your life that you're not crazy about, it's because that programming is not in line with what you really want. Use self-hypnosis to get those two on board with each other. It works, and it's pretty easy and quick, but you have to do it. You have to be proactive. Again, it's not a matter of just believing and understanding and then going, oh my God, oh, I get it. And so many people feel like now that they get it, that it should automatically change. You don't understand the momentum of the subconscious programming. It has momentum, but you, conscious you can get in there and you can brainwash yourself for the better. And that is how you know if the law of attraction is working for you or against you. You do have the choice. Choose wisely.